What are your thoughts about spelling? I know that for some people it's easy and for others it is hard. There are those that like it and for others it's the worst. The English language certainly doesn't make it easy for us with all of those words that don't fit into the rules. And like OUGH, anyone? You know, there are definitely times I wish that we could switch to phonetic spelling, as it would be easier for everyone. Spelling is taught in schools, and many homeschoolers look for a curriculum to help their children. And let's look at one that is not your standard spelling curriculum. Hi, and welcome to Learning Life, and thank you so much for joining me today as we delve into my nerdish love of curriculum. Now, I love doing reviews. Have you checked them out? I will put a playlist down below. But if you're looking for one, hey, why not see what there is like to offer? I love curriculum, and I believe that we can find the right one for us as a homeschool family. And, maybe you're not sure about it and you want to set up with homeschooling. Look, covering curriculum is something that I do in my How to Homeschool course. It's actually not the first thing that I cover, but I tell you that it is there because it is important. Check out that link below if you are interested to learn how to homeschool. And for everybody who is here, thank you so much for your likes, your subscribes, for watching and being part of this learning life. Do you remember the lists of spelling words that you had to learn? You start on Monday, learn, test on Friday, week in and week out. I don't think that it made me a better speller. I have a strong visual memory and spelling does come easily to me. Those spelling lists, did not enjoy them. Now, spelling UC is a different approach to spelling. It was written and produced by Dem Learning, the creators of Math UC, which is a great math program. It is not based on grade level, but rather, the development of children. There are 7 levels to spelling UC. So level A through G. We've got Listen and Write, Jack and Jill, Wild Tales, Americana, American Spirit, Ancient Achievements, and Modern Milestones. So we've got a theme as we are learning our spelling. Now, with spelling UC, they state that research indicates that all students move through the same sequence of stages as they are learning to spell. Stages can't be skipped or sped up, but at the pace at which the children move through the stages is unique to each child. Understanding how children learn to spell and using a program based on research and developmentally appropriate practices can help guide students to become competent, confident spellers. Key features of spelling UC. Spelling UC is research-based. They were willing to look at those developmental stages of children to produce something that is different to the norm of the spelling list. It doesn't rely or doesn't focus on like that rote memorization of lists and rules. A lot of the rules don't work. The program focuses more on developing a student's visual memory for the written word and then using that to help them remember how to spell. You get to learn to spell words in context. The program uses chunking, like when we say sound it out, like we break it down to a word into smaller parts. So we've got chunking and copy work and dictation to help your children learn more visually. Pros of spelling UC. There are no extensive lists to memorize. There are no quizzes, no drills. Sounds beautiful, right? It is a visual approach to it. Research has shown how this really works. And so this is great. We're not just memorizing those words. They have digital tools available online that correspond with the lessons, along with downloads that are going to assist you in teaching each lesson. The lessons are short, always good, about 10 minutes or so it's easier for your child to focus and remain focused. And you are provided with that full scope and sequence, so for each lesson you can see what is coming up and you can see how it builds and builds and builds like it should. Cons, spelling you see. It is not a multi-sensory approach in the way that you using the whole body, like we're fully incorporating all the senses, all of that. It is a visual approach with copywork and dictation. We do hit a few, but it's not what we go all out as being. It's multi-sensory. We're going to move. We're going to do things. It is not an independent curriculum in that your child can't just do the lesson themselves. You need to work with them on the lesson. It's 36 weeks of 5 days a week of lessons. Now, some families think that this is, flexibility. It's not there. I really only want 4 days a week. But it's not grade dependent. So it's not a problem, really, if it takes you longer than a year to complete. And for some students, this is actually a good thing. Let's not rush it. Let's make sure that we are getting it. At times, and I've heard this from different families that are using it, and then I looked at the handbook myself, at times, it doesn't feel like that there's maybe enough information, enough help for you as the teacher, just in different spots along the way, not overall. As a trained teacher, it didn't faze me. I can fill that in. I knew what they were doing. But if this is not you, then you might need to spend a little bit more time with that handbook to understand it. If you are not into Americana and American history, maybe you're not American, then the contents of levels D and E won't be for you. So that's what it is, Americana and American history. But if you want to focus on spelling and this research-based development, then it really shouldn't be a deal breaker. Cost of spelling you see. Level 1 is $45 for the complete set. This is what they call the universal set. So you have your teacher's handbook, you've got the student workbook, you've got the erasable colored pencils, stickers, everything that you need. Levels B through G are $58 for the universal set. But you can also purchase the individual components. So you've maybe got another student coming up and going to do something. You've already got the handbook. You only need the student book. You can do that. Or if you like me and you have twins and they were at the same grade level, you can buy like one universal set and add an extra student book. This makes it really a very cost-effective curriculum. It's not going to break the bank. Other thoughts and my opinions. I like that there are free sample lessons available on the website. This is always a great way to see if this is the right curriculum for you. Go and check it out. Spend some time looking at it and then doing it with your child as well. If you are not big into copywork, and I know that some people don't like the thought of, here's something, I have to copy it out, then this program might not be for you. But I will say it's not busy work. There is a reason behind this copywork, a research-based reason so that your children will visually grasp like the word along with hearing it and then later applying it in dictation. Yes, there is parental involvement, but the lessons, they're not long. So it isn't a huge investment time-wise. But if you like a hands-off curriculum, this is not one for you. And you will need to spend a little bit of time going over the handbook to make sure that you, as the parent teacher, get it. This is a great program, really, for kids who are just weary because spelling is a challenge, or, especially the visual learner like me. Or maybe you're invested in the classical methodology because there's those components too. Really, ultimately, this program is perfect for anyone that's interested in a very effective, affordable, and excellent spelling program that does not have lists. and it does not have tests. I encourage you, go and check it out for yourself to see if spelling, is something that you would like to incorporate with your children. Having those developmental stages is truly a wonderful thing. And, to me, to not have lists and to not have tests, it's a beautiful thing when it comes to spelling. So check it out for yourself and see if it's right for you. Also, don't forget to check out some of my other curriculum. I look at math, I look at online, look at outside the box sort of curriculum that are out there. I love it. And if you have a request of one you would like me to research, shoot a comment down below. Yes, you can help to get these videos out there. You can do that by becoming a champion. So check that out at patreon.com or at my website, LearningThis.Life.